When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. If doing or accomplishing something is very important to you, you'll do it no matter what. Even if the odds are against you, you'll give it your all, and the only thing on your mind would be accomplishing that goal. If we start considering everything as important as that goal, nothing and no one will be able to stop us. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Let's understand the meaning of this now. This is not just a motivational quote for students' success, but one that everyone needs to apply in life. We often go behind bigger things and forget how little things can make a difference. If getting a good grade in all the subjects is your target, start with getting an A on one paper or one unit test. Ace one lesson and then go for the whole subject. If you don't have the supplies to make your project look fancy, put in your efforts, do your research, and give it all you got in order to make it a great project from your end. The idea is not to be better than others, but to be better than who you were yesterday.
No need to hurry, no need to sparkle, no need to be anybody but oneself. Let's understand the meaning of this now. This quote from Virginia Woolf is a gentle reminder to accept and love yourself. There's a lot of noise out there that makes us want to look for issues in our bodies, personalities, or behaviors and fix them. And we jump the gun to do the damage control all by ourselves without really thinking things through. There's no need to hurry, instead, go cautiously and at your leisure. It is not necessary to enter a race under the guise of someone else.
All you have to do is keep believing in yourself and know that you're doing your best to grow and learn.
You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Let's understand the meaning of this now.
Abdul Kalam teaches us about the importance of changing our habits in our life. Don't worry about your future because you can't change it. Focus your mind to change your habits, which will later change your future. A small lifestyle and habit change can make a huge difference in your life. It might be how many hours you study, when you wake up or when you go to sleep, the books you read, it can be anything. But make sure you are doing something that will be beneficial to you in the future. Now the question arises that, how habits change our future? Research says the best way to bring change into your life is by creating new routines and sticking to them until they become habits. The way to make sure we cultivate the new behavior is to reward ourselves. With motivation, we repeat the action again and again until it becomes ingrained.
Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Let's understand the meaning of this now. There is no doubt that we all have great dreams, and we all strive to achieve them. However, you should realize that the best way to answer your doubts is to take action. Doubts cannot be overcome by overthinking the same things that caused them in the first place. Whenever you have doubts, evaluate the situation, validate everything, and take action. Don't let fear of failure keep you from taking that first step. Failure is not permanent, but it can become permanent if no action is taken. Whenever we avoid taking the first step due to fear of failure, aren't we moving a step closer to failure? Doesn't it make more sense to try and fail than to fail by not trying at all? Even when we fail, we are still gaining experience. On the other hand, we gain nothing when we refuse to put our best foot forward. Trust yourself, believe in your inner strengths, and realize that everything you will ever need is within you. In order to overcome challenges, it is essential for you to challenge them back. Embrace these challenges and let them help you to discover your unexplored potential.
Sometimes the lights are off but everybody is home. Quiet people can be thought of as slow, dumb, rude, or secretly judgmental. In reality, they are often just busy living another life inside their minds. Although they have few words, they have plenty of thoughts. Stephen Hawking once said, "Silent people have the loudest minds." What does this mean really? Speaking less and creating silence makes us more comfortable inside our heads. More time spent here and be for better or worse. Quiet people. What does being quiet really mean? Who decides what's a normal amount of speaking? You might be a quiet person because of shyness, anxiety, introversion, or just as a personality trait. Learning to accept any of these reasons is a difficult thing when society doesn't really want you to. In many countries, like the US, there is a cultural bias toward extroverts. Introverts, who are quieter, are often thought lesser of. This encourages and rewards people to speak more. As a society, we idealize loud and bold people. So when someone has traits that differ, they can be taken the wrong way. When you are busy running around in your mental maze, others might take the silence differently. If you are quiet, you might relate to people misreading you. While you feel normal, others take your lack of words for arrogance, rudeness, or disapproval. Despite this judgment from society, most times, the reasons behind your silence aren't negative ones. You just have a really loud mind. So let's talk about those 5 reasons that make quiet and silent people different. Deep thinking. Evaluating. Generating one-liners. Overthinking. Insult brainstorming.
Great planners. Good listeners. Very creative.
Quotes are everywhere, but the best are often hidden away or left unsaid. Not the case here though. Today, I want to share with you some of the most iconic and greatest quotes from America's greatest humorist, and the one William Faulkner called the father of American literature. This guy has written over 20 novels throughout his lifetime and has lived through probably more experiences than you and I combined, so let's uncover some of the wisdom this man has left behind for us. 1. The most important days of your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. 2. Never argue with stupid people, they will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. 3. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. 4. The truth must be served like a code, and not threw in the face like a wet towel. 5. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. 6. Everyone is a moon, and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. 7. Only 2 things we will regret on the deathbed, that we are little loved and little traveled. 8. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. 9. Man will do many things to get himself loved, he will do all things to get himself envied. 10. Wrinkles merely indicate where the smiles have been. 11. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. 12. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. 13. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear not absence of fear. 14. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and see. 15. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, then success is sure. 16. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. 17. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. 18. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. 19. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. 20. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. 21. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. 22. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. 23. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. 24. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. 25. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. 26. When I was younger I could remember anything whether it had happened or not. But my faculties are decaying now and soon I shall be, so I cannot remember any but the things that never happened. It is sad to go to pieces like this, but we all have to do it. 27. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has laid an egg cackles as if she had laid an asteroid. 28. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. 29. Honesty, the best of all the lost arts. 30. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. 31. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government, when it deserves it. 32. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. 33. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. 34. The lack of money is the root of all evil. 35. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. 36. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old.